Hi everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. I'm here for a thrift haul video. It's been a little while, right? So I thought I would come on here. I don't have a lot, I just have a little thrift, but I wanted to show you a few things. So I thought maybe I'd already shown this to you, but I don't think I have. That's why I haven't put it away. So I found this beautiful hand knit vest. This is the Cafe Facet Poppies pattern. It is gorgeous. It's a vest. Look at the floats. They're so neat and tidy. They're so pretty. Here is the back. I wanted to knit this a long time ago, but the color work scared me with so much like color work and so much floating, and I never got myself into doing it, and I was like, I can't. So this was handmade by S&N Creations, and they've got their little label there. So I am pretty chuffed to have such a special piece of hand knitting that I didn't have to do myself. Yay for that. Next I got this. It's just a lovely plastic piece of like gold on front, black on back. It's like a collar, sort of a collar shape, although I can't imagine putting that on anything as a collar because it's kind of like the gold it's been dipped in something kind of plasticky. The back is definitely like thread textile, but I don't know, maybe people would wear that like this, I don't know. But I like it a lot, and I'm trying to decide if I want to cut it up and use it, or if I want to use it for paper printing, because it would also lend itself very good to doing like avocado paper with, you know, a lace. It's like those plasticky lace doilies, kind of a little bit different, but same effect. Then I got this pack of cards. So this is a Caspari playing card set printed in Belgium. And it's these two sets of hummingbird cards, and it's not even opened. So that's that. Then I got this bag of molds, and these are good for doing clay, resin. I think I'm probably going to use them with clay to make things for the covers of journals. So I got, these are like, you know, different sort of architectural kind of shapes, a little bit floral. This one is leafy, kind of not quite ivy, but again sort of architectural. And then this push mold is miniature dolls, so it's kind of like older looking faces maybe, and a baby face. Those will be good for kind of molding and changing. They look a little weird right now, but trust me, they're going to be cool. This one's really cool. This is Maureen Carlson's designer push molds, and this one I think is really interesting. So it has a Santa. That could probably be a Mrs. Claus, but just in general, I like the faces. I could see myself making like, you know, a stone man or a green man or a tree people or something with these. They have a very folk kind of feeling features. And then I got another pack of cards. These ones are from Piatnik, made in Austria. They're Renoir cards, and there's two designs in this gold box, and I just love these gold boxes to begin with the velvet on the side. They're just so nice. So those two Renoir images. And then I got this, and again, I thought maybe I'd shown this to you because it was sitting around, but I think if it's sitting around, I haven't shown it to you. So it's monogram stencils from Art Minds. So it's all these different kinds of, like, between numbers and shapes and just different things, like some are patterns. So super useful. And you know, for those of you who've been watching me do index card a day videos, I got this. It was $1.95 at the Salvation Army. I always take these off because they bug me. But it's a little metal file folder box. But most precious is the inside, which was just loaded with these index cards. Oh, and it looks like there's... Oh, this is from a bank. These are like... Or not from a bank maybe, but has like Royal Bank slips on it with people's card information. So I'll probably get rid of these because they've got full card numbers on them, which is totally against you know, PCI regulations. But these probably, I'm hoping, would all be expired cards. Got some fun writing there. So I'll go through the bits and bobs in here. We have a Auto Trader receipt. Some have numbers, some have like letters, and some have the months. So I got a nice big card collection. So we could do index card a day, maybe forever now. And I'm real happy about that, to be honest. I love those as like bases. And then this little, the Icy Line made in Canada, this little metal file box. These are honestly treasures to have, these little things. They're so good. Like, you know, if you want to keep, like, you know, I have all these are my current collection of index cards, so I could, in fact, just keep them all in here instead of just having them sit, and then I can actually sort through and decide what I want to use. Maybe we'll use it for its intended use. I'll put it over here. And then I just got one book, and guess what? It's not even a journal book. It's a reading book. But for those of you who follow me and we have similar interests, I think you might like it too. So it is Sisters in the Wilderness, The Lives of Susanna Moody and Catherine Partrail by Charlotte Gray. Just going to do my usual tag reefing because it's just annoying. But yeah, this book is really interesting. It's got some pictures in it, black and white. It looks like it's going to be a nice read. So Susanna Moody and Catherine Partrail are icons in the Canadian imagination. Their books, most notably Roughing in the Bush and The Backwoods of Canada, have painted for readers in this country and around the world an enduring portrait of Canadian pioneer life. They have also become almost mythic figures in the Canadian literary landscape, appearing in the works of Northrop Frye, Robertson Davies, Margaret Atwood, Timothy Findlay, and Margaret Lawrence. Most of what we know of these two English gentlewomen who spent their adult lives scrambling to survive in Britain's hardscrabble colony comes from their own self-consciously crafted writings and from other writers' sometimes fanciful depictions of them. But what were the women behind the authorial voices really like? What was their relationship to each other and to their husbands, children, and family they left behind in England? The answers are thoroughly captivating and not a little surprising. Their lives are revealed in the extremes that shaped them: fame and starvation, snobbery and passion, profound faith in ersatz spirituality. In Sisters in the Wilderness, award-winning author Charlotte Gray breathes new life into two remarkable characters and brings us a brilliantly clear picture of life in the backwoods and clearings of Upper Canada. Using the women's correspondence and personal papers, as well as their published works, this meticulously researched, beautifully told biography is a thoroughly compelling read and an important addition to Canadian history. So, yeah, a little Canadiana here, and I think some nature, some history, all good things. So yeah, I'm looking forward to just reading that. And look at that pretty gray book. But anywho, I think that's it for me and my gloriously small thrift haul. So I hope you enjoyed that. It's nice to talk to you guys. I hope you're keeping cool. We've been in this, you know, heat dome for a couple of weeks now here in the Greater Toronto area. It's been wild. I think in a large part of Ontario, it's been quite wild, and it's also fueled, unfortunately, by some wildfires that we have burning. So the air quality is quite low. I have been spending a lot of time swimming and really enjoying that. And I'm cooking up a little literary project that I'll probably talk about on this channel eventually. I've got some ideas. So anyways, that is it for me for now. You take very good care of yourself, and we'll talk soon. Bye for now. So I'm gonna do my, wait, there's more, because on the day that I filmed this, I ended up like later in the day going out and doing a little thrift, what I thought was gonna be a little thrift, but there was two things going on. So it's 50% off Blue Tag Day. And a lot of times stationery is blue tagged in this thrift store. So I thought I would just check it out. I had some donations to do of like, you know, old kids clothes and stuff that was in good shape, you know, but we donate the stuff we don't need. And then like a scrapbooker had been there or had donated there. So I got some stuff. So let me share that with you. So the haul is bigger than planned. So I got this book, Sketch Diary. It's just acid-free sketchbook paper, and it's got like a couple little pages, you know, that have been like drawn on by a little kid. I'll just pull those out. But it's like, you know, good for paper. It's sketchbook paper, why not? And it was blue tagged, so it was 25 cents. Also blue tag is this. So this was $1.50, and I will actually put it away as I'm showing it to you. So these are folders, but they're like a white color. Like I never get white. I always end up getting manila. But I like this. I think it's nice, and I'll use the package as well because it's good cardboard. So I'll just stick those right under my desk. There's a whole box of them. I don't think there's like probably hardly any missing. I'll shove it in my box here that I use. I keep all my backing stuff in a box down there if you've ever wondered. And then I found this. It was 25 cents. I'm not even, like, it said it was a gallery, like a children's frieze. So I'm guessing it's probably like the alphabet. And it's really cute. I think it's all these. It's printed in England. And, you know, it's just fun, vintage. Got some cardboard here. Just fun, vintage alphabet. Very fun. And, like, all that can get, you know, you could use it as pages. You could use it as ephemera. It's decent size paper. So that's a fun one. Set it over here. And then I found this, like, this was $1, and it's a whole bunch of these, like, so there's black paper in the middle. It's a hanging, it's a really large, like, hanging, like, both sides have a sheet of plastic that comes down, and then there's a thick black paper in the middle. But, like, I will use all of this. Like, I will use the plastic, I will use the black paper. So for $1, I was like, yeah, you know, why not? I will definitely use it. I also found a scrapbook paper case box, like one of these. I'm going to give it a clean. It was 50 cents. I always need those as project bins. Then I got these stamps for $1. I'm not usually a big sentiment person, but this is from close to my heart. And they're like sentiments that I could see myself using, because they're not like sentimental, you know what I mean? So it just says story, guess what, on this day, the truth about, little known fact, the details, remember when, for your information, did you know, behind the scenes, love this, what we learned, and FYI. So it's like I could see myself using that in kind of an industrial sort of way, or, you know, for certain kinds of things. So I thought that one was worthwhile. They had an absolute ton of stamps from Stampin' Up! And close to my heart or whatever. I got one more, and this one was $4, but I grabbed it because I liked it. It's Good Neighbors from Stampin' Up! And let me just peel this off so I can show you the front. So it's houses and trees and a cloud, and the house and the roof are separate, and they're little, so I thought they would be very cute. So see, there's these little houses, and then you can kind of mix and match which roof you use, and I thought that was so cute. I will use those totally. Little houses. I kind of want to make little cluster type things with little houses. I think that would be fun. So those are cool. I did get a packet. They had a ton of these. They were, I guess, 12 cents there. No, they were 25 cents. They're not blue tagged. They had like a ton of packages of airmail envelopes, but I just got one. I thought, I don't have any airmail envelopes, so I thought I would grab a package of them. I think they had like 6 of them. Then a pack of big envelopes, or not big, but like bigger, small, big, $2 for these. And there's like 2 different kinds in here. I use these all the time for shipping out like ephemera and small goods. So these always come in handy, and it's much cheaper than buying them new, and also, you know, a little more environmental to just get them thrifted. Then, oh, I lied to you guys. I'm sorry, I got 2 packs, 2 of them. I think my husband actually threw one in my cart, not realizing I had one. Then I found another little packet of cards. So these were 12 cents, and I will use them. I'll put them right in my, you know, my little bin here. So now I have a little bin to keep them in. A package of photo corners. Those were 12 cents as well. I'm going to put them somewhere like close on my desk maybe, so I use them up, because those are so fun to use. And then I got a little mat. So this was $2.50. It's Mosaic Moments, TammyPotter.com, Wish in the Wind LLC. Just a nice little mat. I figured, why not? It's in great condition. It looks brand new. So I can always use another mat. And I was actually looking for a little mat the other day, and I've got a dress cut out on my big mat, and I couldn't find anything. Then this was 50 cents, and it's like a bag of bits and bobs of paper. Let's see what's in here. I just grabbed it because there was some stuff I thought was really kind of fun. So this winter, I'm not sure if I will use that. It is pretty cute. Maybe I'll just set it aside and we'll think about it. These are just kind of some scraps that I'll use as part of my scrap container. There's some more like little winter things. Maybe I'll just set that with my winter stuff. And then these are some nice papers from, this is Pretty Little Studio Winter Cottage Sage. So I think that's kind of a kit to make like a winter scrapbook spread, but I don't do scrapbooking. And then Vicky Bouton, Art for Everyone. This was inside there as well. And it's just got a few nice papers in it. I always love Vicky Bouton paper. So I mainly grabbed it for this reason, because it's just nice Vicky Bouton paper. And then I found another bag that had stuff in it from Simple Stories. This looks like these are like collection kits, sort of, for making things. And then it's maybe person didn't make the thing. So a couple of green scraps. This is another like words die cut kind of thing. And then it has the Simple Stories Feelin' Frosty paper. So this is all, you know, wintry stuff. So I'll put it with like my Christmas and winter paper. These are all, this is a sheet of stickers from Feelin' Frosty. Some more wintry kind of paper. These are neat. I'll probably just use those in a project I'm working on. Some die cut snowflake scraps. The tag sheet from Simple Stories, and then just a plain white sheet. So fun papers for wintry stuff. Who knows what I'll be doing in the winter time. I'm sure I'll use those in the winter time. Then I got this little bag of cards. I took a chance on it because it was 50 cents. So there's a plain deck. But this is the one that I wanted. And then I don't even know what this is. I'm sure it's a game. So let's see what's inside of this cool old blue box. Oh yeah, it's like a little chess game. Sofratol checks infection. Rosal. I think the game is called Infection. So I think my kids, I'll give that to them. I will keep this box to make ephemera with, or maybe even to store little things in, who knows. I might have something I can store today, actually, from this haul. So let's see what is in this Natural World playing card collection. It says it has 54 images, so hopefully they're cool. Woo! Okay. Slippery cards. They've like never been used. They're so slippery. Okay. Let's take a look. Secretary bird. Waved albatross. Splendid fairy wren. How cute. Yeah, so they're all, I guess, birds. I didn't even realize there were all these lovely birds. That's pretty fun. Okay, I'm happy with those. Oh, it says right here, birds of the world. I didn't even notice that. I just noticed the natural world. But yeah. Okay, well, that bag was a really good little gamble for, what did I say? I paid for that like almost nothing. So yeah. So it wasn't really a gamble. It was it was going to be good no matter what, I think. Because I'll even use those blue cards. These ones are cool. I'll even use those. Oh, look at the cool Joker. It's got these glasses here. I wonder if they're interesting in any way. Why don't we take a quick look? Cards can sometimes be a bit of a surprise. You never quite know if there's anything going on if you don't have the packaging. Sometimes you can get interesting like backings and things. I don't suspect there's a lot like that, but the Jokers are cool. The Aces are nice, and yeah, the rest are normal. And then the royalty are pretty standard, I would say. This is, okay, so hopefully you can see. I know this is like white on white on white. This was 50 cents. They're actually like, there's like labels. You see those white labels? They're like a slightly off-white, and there's like a whole package of them. Okay, so now we're getting into inks and things. So this is an unopened Stampin' Up! Does it say Whisper White? Yeah, Whisper White is the color of this cool ink, so I grabbed it. It was $1. Then I found a little bag of fun, like sari textile, beaded textile bits. Those are always lovely to have, and there's some nice ones in here. I'll open this up and show them to you. So these are really, really pretty, and it's a double strand. Then some of those. These are all off of a sari. Beautiful cutouts. Then this is a hard jewelry type piece, and then a little pearly piece. Some red. There's a couple of those, I guess, in here. Yeah. And then this big piece. This beaded bit. Gold floral. A few more of those little bits, and then another length of this in a single. So yeah, those are really nice. I'll put those. I have a little in my my library cabinet. I have a little drawer that's full of like sari pieces. And then I found one book, this little version of the Book of Orchids. I have it in the bigger version, but I thought these were really nice images because it's all just, it's a book of orchids, right? And their information. So all of these are like perfect journal card size. So that will be easy. Then, okay, so these were $5 per bag, and it's Oxides, and I thought I would grab them because, like, why not? I'm sure that there is still lots of ink in there. Oh yeah, for sure. I can tell just looking. This is juicy. So I got peacock feathers, and they're labeled already. Mowed lawn, tumbled glass, which is one that I don't even have. That's kind of exciting. Scattered straw. I also don't have that one. I've never even heard of that one before. Wild Honey, which is awesome. I use that all the time. Yeah, these are all like very, very not used. So those are all Oxides. This is an ink. And then I got one more bag that was also $5. Oh my goodness, one of these is not even opened. So this one is Salvage Patina, completely unopened. So you see why I thrifted today, guys? You see why I got stuff? I couldn't not. Salty Ocean, that's another one I don't have actually. Mermaid Lagoon, I don't know if I have that one. I think like I made the decision a while ago, like when, oops, hold on. Oof. Give me one sec. Sorry, my tea box fell. I keep a box of tea on the side of my desk for making tea down here, and it just slid off my desk. So anyway, so yeah, I think I made the decision a while ago that I wouldn't buy like more in the blue range, like new, because I already have like kind of enough blues, you know? So yeah, now I have them, and that's kind of awesome. This is Kitsch Flamingo and Salty Ocean. Is that two Salty Oceans? Yes, is one, that's an Oxide, and this is also an Oxide. Yeah, okay. So there's two of those. That's okay though. I will use ink. You know, we use ink in this world, right? We're in the ink world here. So I'll set those over here. I do lots of inking. And then I got another one. Now this bag was $1.50 because it's got like less in it. It has one full size of Tattered Rose, and that's a nice color. I think I only have that maybe in the ink. Then there's some minis, unopened Blueprint Sketch, which I don't have, Mustard Seed in a mini ink, unopened Distress Ink in Picked Raspberry. I don't have really many in the way of inks. I usually buy the Oxide. These are all unopened. Candied Apple, Mustard Seed again, and Salty Ocean again. Someone must have been doing something in primary colors, and they bought extras, but they didn't use them. And then I got another thing of ink. This one was $1. These inks are a different brand. I don't know. Made in the USA, Ultra Pink. They look like the same kind of ink pad, but obviously they're not from Ranger. There's 4 of them here. There's a black, which always happy to have black. Dandelion. Ooh, nice. And Orchid, a purple. And yeah, they're all like juicy inks. They're not dry at all. Then I think there's one more I remember, because yeah, I got one more that was a Nada. They weren't on from Ranger, but they're other inks that I don't have. Concord and 9th Premium Dye Ink in Sorbet. Oh yeah, that's like super wet. I'm excited to use some new ink colors. Yay! Kind of fun. All right. Sorbet Briar Rose. Let's open this one. Yep. These have like never been used. Pebble. I imagine that's like a gray. Yeah. Juniper. Nice green. Grapefruit and Aqua Sky. So let me know if you guys know anything about Concord and 9th ink. I've never heard of it before. Pretty cool though. And yeah, these, I will put these all in my little ink hutch over here. But let me just kind of give them a push out of the way while I show you the rest of the stuff I got. So again, yay for like scrapbook or de-stash. Oh, look, there's another one. This was also $1.50. This is more Concord and 9th. Oceanside. Sprout. Midnight. Looks like a cool blue. Lemongrass. Another Oceanside and Poppy. Then I got this little deck of what looks like cards, but they're a little different. They were 50 cents. Let me just open this up here. Yeah, they're playing cards, but they're really cool. Look at those. I know nothing about these, but look how beautiful they are. Wow. Doesn't, on the front it just says plastique. P-L-A-S-Z or Z-T-I-K, plastique. I guess it probably just means plastic, but I don't know what language this is. Not sure. But they're really, really nice. Yay. Okay. And then, last but not least, I got these because they were 50 cents. And they're just like nice letter openers. I was like, yeah, okay. I could use a letter opener or a bone folder because this feels very much like a bone folder, to be honest. And it looks like a traditional, like, you know, older kitchen knife. It's stainless steel. It's from Japan. So yeah, I couldn't say no to that. That's like a very quality piece. And then this one just looked really neat. You know, it's got this cool thing here. It says USA on it. No idea on age or why this is here, but yeah, it's just a letter opener, I guess, right? So they will come in very handy in my little toolbox right there. So that is everything for real. So what started as a little thrift haul became a big thrift haul. I'm sorry, not really. I'm pretty excited to play with some new inks that I don't have. So yeah, thank you for coming back and watching the rest. And I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.